And I am
Okay.
just begging for him to come on this podcast and have a discussion with me about it because no one else agrees with me, and it would make life so much more enjoyable if I could discuss with somebody who does agree with me on this. Please.
Listen.
Okay, I pressed the wrong button the first time, but we're good. All right.
I was wondering, I was like, it's 8 and we haven't started yet. I actually even looked at podcast because I was like, did it start? And I just can't hear Blake. I'm just typing away.
I pressed the wrong button. It's my fault. I need to set this up better, but it's pretty well set up. It's just not fully optimized yet. So.
Blake, can I ask you a question?
No, but sure, I guess.
Why have you taken over my stream update channel?
What do you mean?
If you go to my Discord and you go to stream updates, you have taken it over.
Oh, I've been meaning to post a promo.
No, leave those. They're funny.
You know what? It's not being used by Emily anyways, so it might as well get some use from somebody.
It's not, but like, did you not read my promo for podcast today?
I did, and I didn't even think looking above. It didn't even like click in my head.
I clicked on it and I was like, wait, is this my Discord or am I in Blake's Discord? And I clicked on it, I was like, no, it's certainly mine, but like, Blake has been posting all his stream updates here.
Guys, I am now both the Bearded Blake Show, Emily Jean 33, and Podstation 64.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Before we jump into news, one thing I have to say, and I have said this, I put this on my own TikTok today, and I've said this on my TikTok before. Huh?
What's happening? I don't know what you're doing.
I know. There is another podcast group called Co-op 64 on Twitch and YouTube and TikTok, yada, yada, yada. They're much more like put together than we are. Like they're in person and have like...
I think every podcast on the planet is more put together than we are.
You know what? Valid. But I mean, how many podcasts put together as us have 41 episodes out?
You know, I can't tell you. I'm very proud of our 41 episodes. I don't know if it's like award winning.
It wins awards in my heart. Hi G, hi Casey. Anyways, to the Co-op 64 boys, if you're listening, there is one member of the Co-op 64 boys named Connor, and he released a video ranking every single Kingdom Hearts game from worst to best, excluding the mobile games. And I've known this for a long time, that him and I have the same opinion, that Kingdom Hearts 1 is the best Kingdom Hearts game, and Kingdom Hearts 2 is second. And I am just begging for him to come on this podcast and have a discussion with me about it, because no one else agrees with me, and it would make life so much more enjoyable if I could discuss with somebody who does agree with me on this. Please.
Okay, listen.
I'm listening.
You act like you are being treated like Skyward Sword is your favorite Zelda. Like, I love Kingdom Hearts 1. Kingdom Hearts 1 is an incredible game. I will replay it any day of the week. It's simply not my favorite.
It's nobody's favorite.
I don't know anybody out there. Like, I don't think Kingdom Hearts is a lot of people's favorite, but I also don't know anybody out there who's like, this game was shit. I only play Kingdom Hearts 2. I hate Kingdom Hearts 1.
Okay, they're the Call of Duty bros who will do that. But they don't matter.
When you have to reach down to Call of Duty bros to like make your point's null and void.
It's no longer valid.
Do you respect anything the Call of Duty bros have to say or contribute?
You and valid.
And I say this, sorry Karen, if you're listening, I love you. You know this isn't in reference.
Shouts out Karen.
But like, if you're looking to the Call of Duty bros to tell you which Kingdom Hearts is a good Kingdom Hearts, you've lost the plot.
Oh yeah, 1000%. They're the ones who also complained about, Astrobot and Baldur's Gate winning Game of the Year because it's not shooty pew pew. So
Astrobot's phenomenal.
Both games are phenomenal.
Oh yeah, I just haven't beaten Baldur's Gate 3, so.
You've barely gotten anywhere in Baldur's Gate 3.
About 3 hours in. We're going to restart it this year. We're going to play. I'm working on it. It's happening. I promise.
See, here's the difference between me and Emily. I have one backlog. It's a very long backlog, but it's one backlog. Emily has two.
I do. I do.
She has
I got a lot of books to get through, and I
Yeah.
have been getting through them. I'm at like 15 or 16. No, I'm sorry. Hold the phone. We're gonna check. We're gonna check because I've been doing so well this year. For the record, like most years, I read about 52 books. I'm 23 books into this year.
Jeez.
23 in the first 2 months of this year. I've read 23 books. I'm very proud of that.
You know how many games I've done on my backlog and finished?
How many?
1.
You know what? Here's the thing, though. I will say, like, I can sit down and check out a book in 4 hours. You can't really check out a video game in 4 hours.
No, the one I did finish is one that you can finish in 4 hours.
Okay, well, I don't know much. I can't really defend you here.
Okay,
but you're doing great.
I don't deserve defense here. I mean, I've been a lot of the reasons for the cancellations are just stress from my end, and when I'm sad and need brain turn off, I play big number get bigger, Balatro. No, Emily, I need you to listen. I need you to understand, Emily. The game was never about poker. It was always about making big number bigger, and that is the lesson you need to know.
You're like coming to me about like, oh, this is my comfort game, as though I haven't been consistently playing Dreamlight Valley exclusively for the last 2 years.
You know, that's valid. That's valid.
As though they didn't look at me and say like, you get update today. As though I didn't count down the days until this update for a game I've been playing for 3 years now.
Yeah, I think I've found my Dreamlight Valley. I have found my Dreamlight Valley.
Cozy gamers with comfort games.
Yeah. Even though this, by all accounts, Balatro should not be comforting because it gets very stressful to think about where things go. But it makes me turn my brain off from the other shit that bothers me. So, because I have to think so hard.
Comfort thing, like it doesn't have to. We shouldn't mix up like cozy and comfort.
Yes.
Right.
Agreed.
Like cozy games are like life sims and farming games and Animal Crossing and Dreamlight Valley. I would say a comfort game is anything that like makes you turn your brain off and be able to relax. And
I actually got a call from Chase this morning, and it was at like 9:30. I answered. I'm like, "This is very early for you to call me, sir." He's like, "Call me Batman for all the jokers I'd be slinging," which means he started playing Balatro, and he was just going to tell me that.
Good for Chase. I like that Chase decided calling you at 9:30 in the morning to update you on his Balatro
because
gaming.
I showed it to him. Like he played it on my Switch, and he's like, "This is very good." And then last night he's like, "I want to play a game, but I don't want to play Elden Ring, which he's been playing." So he bought it on his Switch, and that's what he did.
Good for him. Good for him.
Now he's obsessed. Yeah, it's a cult at this point. I don't care.
I played about an hour and a half of Ghost of Tsushima, the director's cut.
Good job. Proud of you.
Yeah. That was about 2 weeks ago. Haven't gone back to it yet, but I'm working on it.
I'm almost done. I'm almost done with Final Fantasy 16. I think I'm almost done. I'm probably about 75% of the way there.
I want to be so impressed with you, but quite honestly, I can't keep track of all the Final Fantasies and or which ones you're playing. So I actually didn't remember you were playing Final Fantasy 16 till this moment.
Well, this is the one I was forced to play because I lost a bet. And
Sure.
I'm glad I did. Emily, this is one that I think you would like. Shockingly, this is if there's any of the ones that you would like, this is literally this is Emily coded by every stretch of the imagination. Emily, have I led you astray once?
Started on fantasy games.
Wait, say again. You cut out a lot.
As someone who's started a lot of Final Fantasy games, but has not been successful in completing any of them, I'm doubtful, but like I'm willing to believe. But like, when will I play it is the question.
Oh, you just borrowed my copy. It's only 40 hours, so it's not a stressful amount of time. It's a normal length of a game. It's hard. Yeah, already a good amount of time. The story is actually heavy and very, very good. Incredible story so far.
I was never under the impression that Final Fantasy stories weren't good or they were light stories.
Oh,
I always thought they were very story heavy.
13's is bad and 15's is bad, but that's a topic for another day. 7's is also very good, but I think you'd have to play the remake series to get into them. It's also not slow turn-based combat. It is action combat. It's more I guess the best comparison is a Kingdom Hearts, but it's still slightly different. but it's something I think you could get behind. I think you would be more in it for the story and the lore of this world, because it's actually pretty interesting. And they finally went back to their fantasy roots.
They lost him somewhere along the way.
Yeah, they drove a car in 15. They drove a car.
Well, they did tell you it was the Final Fantasy.
Oh.
They did say this is the last one you get.
We finally have. We finally have. Was actually 7's not even like a fantasy world. It's more sci-fi than fantasy itself.
Yeah, it's a blurred line.
Yeah, I guess. I think 10 is the last one I consider like, and that's even a stretch. That's even a stretch. Okay, besides the point, we got to jump into some news here because we got a lot of news topics to cover. I will tag.
Our news topics to cover, but like they also go into our main story today. So
yeah, I'll go over my topics for news, and then we'll switch to your topics for news, and then we'll do the other stuff. Deal?
Okay.
Cool.
Deal.
Great. First and foremost, probably the least important, but kind of important to me, but I won't be able to watch it till late. There is a Pokemon Presents tomorrow for Pokemon Day. So we're expected to get some Pokemon ZA news tomorrow. And there's heavy rumors that they are going to be releasing the first 3 generations of Pokemon on the Switch as like a final send-off, which would actually be incredible. I would love that, but I don't think it's going to happen. I'm not holding my breath.
You're right. This was the least important update.
Oh my goodness gracious.
I'm sorry, I am not a Pokemon's person. I'm sorry, I'm just jealous. I'm just a jealous hater because Pokemon gets a game like every single freaking year.
And actually, they're finally listening to fans and actually taking a break from years because they're doing bad stuff.
What about ZA? Didn't you just say ZA was coming out?
We didn't get a game last year at all. And ZA is on the same engine as the Legends engine. I know.
You hear him?
I know. We're not getting a main line. We're not getting a main line, which is good, I think. P.S. Blake does a good Clive impression. Thank you, Cassandra.
Can you believe it?
I hate all of you.
Go a whole year without a new Pokemon game.
I hate you all so much. Pokemon hasn't been good in way too long, and I'm getting over it. I'm getting very tired of it.
And I'm just, like I said, I'm just a jealous hater.
Yeah, it's true. Can confirm. Have you met Emily? Next bit of news is just weird. An oligarch's son took Twitch to court. This is a Russian oligarch's son. Took Twitch to court and won. And well, I'll get into that, but the biggest part is Twitch is fined more than all the money in the world in Russian courts. So this kid, this streamer was suspended on Twitch. I don't know the reason. I didn't read the whole article, but I just know he was suspended on Twitch, and he sued in Russian courts, and he won. And the Russian court said, hey, Twitch, you owe 100,000 rubles per every day of the suspension until he's unsuspended, which has been a long time he's been suspended. Twitch is going to U.S. courts to pretty much like, yeah, no, we're not going to pay that.
Sure.
Yeah, but like, what a petty bullshit.
Wait, so for future reference, when you say someone got suspended, you have to know the reason.
Yeah, I know. Okay, hold on. Malofeev's Twitch account was shut down in 2022, months after Russia invaded Ukraine. The United States government imposed sanctions on some Russians. He was sanctioned for his role in a worldwide sanctioned invasion and malign influence network, per the lawsuit. Led by Russian oligarch Konstantin Malofeev, his father. There we go. So he was... Okay. Yeah, we know the reason now. Pretty good reason.
A lot of words there. So basically, he was part of the Russian sanction.
Yes, because he was essentially like influenced the world that Russia take over Ukraine.
Okay, that's wild. Obviously, yeah, that's obviously why Russia sided with him. That's crazy. Hopefully,
who could have seen this coming? That Russia would side with the kid who's pushing for the Russian influence. Everything belongs to the motherland.
That's very funny. That is very funny.
I don't think it's gonna hold any weight. I mean, it's Russian court.
Absolutely not.
No. Next, this is news I kind of told Emily before. We got new games that are releasing in March for the PlayStation Plus Essential tier. Dragon Age: The Veilguard being one of them, and the TMNT Collection are another one. Sonic Colors Ultimate is another launch. Those are the main ones that were announced. I already own Sonic Colors Ultimate. It actually is very good if you want a good Sonic game. That one's decent. Dragon Age: The Veilguard, Emily swears by it. I trust her judgment.
Veilguard, guys, it's a fun game. Is it perfect? No, but it's really goofy and it's fun.
I probably will play Inquisition first, and then I'll do the.
You absolutely need to play Inquisition first.
Okay, well there we go.
You simply must play Inquisition.
Okay, well there's that. And then TMNT, the Cowabunga Collection, that was released like a year or two ago, and they're just putting it on there. My assumption of why Dragon Age: The Veilguard is going there is because their sales were bad because of the go woke go broke crowd being stupid. And PlayStation gave them a big fat check.
They also fired the entire dev team.
That too, which is that's a conversation for another day.
Yeah, my friend Tia was telling me about that. Apparently, they set when they released it, or before they released the game, they said this is how much money we want to make within the first 2 months.
Yeah.
And it was just a deranged amount of money. It was the amount of money it took Inquisition 10 years to make. Because they essentially wanted an excuse to shut down the studio and fire the team. I don't know, but it's crazy.
It's almost like CEOs don't care about you.
Veilguard has been doing money wise, it's been doing fairly well. So,
So yeah, there's that. That is coming to PlayStation Plus Essential. I will be downloading it. I'm going to see if I can get Inquisition relatively cheap, but I have to focus on my backlog first, which I've added to my backlog because I have to play Rain Code for Emily. A Danganronpa type game. So that was...
I mean, you don't have to play that for Emily. You could play Inquisition first or Andromeda.
Neither of those are on my backlog though.
Why?
Because I don't own them.
I've been talking about Andromeda for 6 years.
But none of them are on my shelf. I don't have either of them on my shelf.
Hey.
My last bit of news, and probably the biggest and most important bit of news, and I hope this is not one of Emily's things. Warner Brothers closes Monolith Productions and Multiverses Studio and cancels the Wonder Woman game that was in production. We could have seen this coming a long time ago. Monolith is one of the biggest gaming studios out there in terms of WB. They came out with Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War, which were huge games. And they were working on the Wonder Woman game, and WB.
I would have played that.
Yeah, the WB's been doing terrible though with games. There was the Batman games; they were great. The Shadow of War and Shadow of Mordor games were great, but then Suicide Squad was awful. For example, it was downright awful. Multiverses was great for 5 minutes, and then nobody cared anymore.
Did they make the Hunt the Justice League game?
Yeah, Kill the Justice League. That's what I just said. Suicide Squad.
Sorry, not Hunt the Justice League.
Yeah. I mean, same thing. They also had a big hand in the Hogwarts Legacy stuff, which is nuts.
Interesting. Okay.
They didn't develop it.
They announced a sequel for Hogwarts Legacy, correct?
Yeah, I think they did, but they didn't develop Hogwarts Legacy. So the development's probably not affected. But I know they helped out with some of it.
Fine. What game studios and what game employees are left? Because there's just every day I feel like another studio is let go.
You know who's still around and I haven't heard about layoffs from?
Who?
Good old Squeenix. Squeenix hasn't done a thing.
Who does the Until Dawn games?
Oh,
Supermassive.
Yeah, Supermassive Games, which they're releasing a game pretty soon.
Yes, they're releasing.
We'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that later. Shh, that's future topic for the video. No spoilers. Okay, that's all my news. I'm sorry.
Can I talk again?
Yeah, you can talk again.
I mean, all my news is part of our main topic, about games being delayed or games coming out sooner than we anticipated.
Yes.
So do you want me to talk about those now, or do you want me to save them for later for the video?
I think we save those for later for the video, because we also got to talk about the state of play.
Then let's move on.
Oh, so we're going to do state of play now?
Well, that's what you just said you wanted to do, Blake.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, to be fair, and this is, I guess, important to state. Yeah, we know we weren't here for 2 weeks. Like I said, life's been stressful, kind of for both of us.
We have a lot going on, both of
Both
us.
literally, it's not of one person or the other. It's just the last 2 weeks. It's either I had something going on, or last week I think it was both of us.
Both of us, yeah. One of my best friends was in from South Korea for 2 weeks, so I was spending a lot of time with her and my friends, helping my grandma move. There's just been Blake's had a lot of stuff going on in his life, so I'm so
Things
sorry.
I'm not gonna talk about with strangers on the internet.
Yeah. So there's just been a lot going on. We haven't been here the last couple weeks, which means we haven't had a chance to talk about the state of play. And
Yes.
obviously we have to do that because there was a lot that came out in that state of play. I was focused on like 2 or 3 things, but we don't talk about it.
I know, yeah. Well, I think for the things we care about, we sit and we talk about it, and then we kind of just go through everything else. I
like that in this new camera angle, you guys can see my beautiful bookshelf that I just got.
Now she doesn't yell at me
Is part
for
of it?
being able to see her background.
Yeah, I've changed everything around, so it's great. I love it.
So I did pull up the PlayStation blog to make this significantly easier on us.
Okay.
First
Do
and,
it.
first and foremost, Borderlands 4 was announced, which incredible. I'm a Borderlands fan. Borderlands 2, I think, has one of the greatest villains in video games of all time. Handsome Jack's great. Borderlands 3 was fine. It wasn't as good as 2. I think it's hard to compete with with the best game you could have released. So I'm a little hesitant to be excited about 4, but I guess we'll see. I think it will be
I haven't
exciting.
played any of them, so I don't have much of a take on this one, but I'm excited for the people who like Borderlands. I'm actually more impressed that they were able to like announce a game the year after the terrible, terrible film that came out. Like the film
Yeah.
coming out didn't affect that this game's release at all in any way, shape, or form. That's impressive to me.
I think they're never going to do that again because the studio who did it just rushed it and did a terrible job. I'm glad I didn't watch it. I'm not going
Learn
to.
your lesson. Like, stop. Just okay. Yeah. Sorry,
Yeah.
we're not gonna.
And also, Gearbox continues to do the thing you should do. Don't announce your game unless it's coming out within a year or the next couple months. Because this game was announced and now it comes out in September. So
I don't want to hear about your video game if it's still 5 years out. I really, really don't.
I'm looking at you, Squeenix. Where the fuck is Kingdom Hearts?
We'll talk about that later. Like, that's
I'm sorry, I keep spoiling things. All right, next we had Darwin's Paradox. It was a cute little indie looking game. You play Darwin the octopus. It's not the first time we've seen it before. I'm pretty sure we've seen this once before. But it looked cute enough.
I don't remember seeing it once before. I believe you. But this looked cute. It looked fun.
It looks like a good old like 3D platforming, more puzzly type game, and I'm all here for those.
It looks cute.
Dave the Diver announced DLC that is getting with the Yakuza series, aka Like a Dragon. This is
So funny.
It's gonna be incredible. I'm gonna play Dave the Diver. It's on my list. I got it free through PlayStation, so I'm excited to try Dave the Diver. Kingdom Hearts 4 fans, every state of play. I know, Cass. Listen.
Every state of play, man, and we will continue to be it.
The next game on this list, I am mad about. It should not exist. Days Gone Remastered. Because when this game launched, it got terrible reviews and nobody cared for it. And we're getting a remaster. What is it? Has it been 6 years? Like
I don't know. I haven't played Days Gone.
this game has not been out long enough. It's just like I think Horizon was out longer than Days Gone. Like these two games have not been out long enough to get remasters. And the PS4 to PS5 visuals are not that strikingly different enough to warrant a remaster.
Well, in that sense, you just do like the PS5 version, right? For like an extra $5-10 to upgrade your PS4 version.
That's what they did. You can buy the PS4 version and upgrade for $10.
Oh, I don't mind that. I don't mind it because that's not like, I mean, if they were coming out like this is a remastered, go to the store and buy it for like $60, and it'd be like, okay, that's one thing. But if you're like, hey, I have a PS4 and I'd like the PS5 version for $10 or I don't think that's
Yeah, my issue is, but why waste the resources and money on something that nobody really cared about?
Well, my thing is like, would they be making something else? You know, like I mean, we assume that to make this, they had to take resources away from making something else, but like,
That's true. I don't know.
I don't always have faith in that. I don't always have faith that every game studio on Earth is making the new next best, greatest thing.
You know what? That's valid. That is valid. Next, we got another Digimon story game that's coming out. I have not played a Digimon game, so I'm unaffected.
I remember seeing this trailer and being like, what could this be? Is this Persona? And then it was like the Digimon, and I was like, oh, check out.
Well, now you've upset exactly 0% of the internet with Days Gone hate. It's probably more like 0.00002%, if we're being
I don't know
real.
anyone who's played Days Gone.
I don't know either, actually.
Where have the days gone?
This one's for Emily to talk about. Directive 8020.
Yes, this is the Dark Pictures anthology game. I actually didn't clock when I watched the trailer originally that this was part of the Dark Pictures anthology. I thought it was simply a new horror game. I could tell based on the animation style and like the graphics that it was Supermassive, but I did not realize it was part of the Dark Pictures because those have been pretty consistent in their kind of vibe. I guess like this is the first science sci-fi horror so far. I think there's been 4 or 5 games so far in the Dark Pictures anthology, and most of them have been like you're in a creepy small town, you're in the creepy house, you're, like very traditional horror. So the fact that we're in such a different setting looks really fun and interesting to me. So I'm all for this.
I will say this. This was shocking to see, given how much. I think it was 2 or 3 years ago when we got a state of play, and there was only two types of games in the state of play. There was farming RPGs, and then there was space horror.
There's a lot of them. They had them coming for a long time.
And we finally got a break. And when I saw this, I'm like, oh, we're back.
We're back. I'm excited about this one though. It looks interesting. I don't know. I was kind of like these. We've been, interestingly enough, in my book club that I do, we've been reading a lot of like novels along these lines too, of like people on a spaceship and they have to save the world or something. I actually looked my book club in the eye and was like, please stop giving these to me. Like, I'm so freaking sick.
She says that she's
reading
about
about
to buy
people
this
in
game.
But yeah, I mean, it's a different medium, so it doesn't exhaust me as much. But I'm excited for this one. It comes out October 2nd, so that's fun.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see. The Dark Pictures have been kind of hit or miss, but I don't know. I like Supermassive enough to always give them a shot.
That's true. Dreams of Another. This game, both of us said looked pretty sick.
Yeah, this is interesting.
It is like a first person like art shooter though. Like you're not shooting other people. You are shooting the world to fix it and make it beautiful again, which I find very interesting. I think it's going to be a very, very, one of those very artsy type games. One of those things that has a deep message under it that you can't see like unless you analyze it. So
I think it's a game that's going to make me cry and or traumatize me. My only fear is the game mechanic. It kind of is a little reminiscent to me of Origami King, with like collecting confetti and then throwing confetti to make the world beautiful again. And I worry that mechanic starting to feel old or tired. So hopefully they'll find ways.
Well, this one's different. They have a gun.
Yeah, no, guns are fun.
Well, hold on.
Guns are in video games.
There we go.
If you're a specific person, I tend to not play video games with guns, but it could still get boring. You gotta mix it up. So we'll see.
Moving right along, Five Nights at Freddy's: Secrets of Mimic.
I'm excited about this one.
I know you are. You and Allison
actually,
both.
like, as I was watching this stuff, I think I texted Allison and was like, "Oh, another Five Nights."
This will not be played by me. This comes out in June. Like, it's very soon.
I'm very excited for this one.
Pass. Moving right along. This is the second trailer we've seen for Hell Is Us. I still don't understand what it is. It looks like it's another horror type game though, and I don't care.
I don't even remember this trailer.
It's the one with the people with the holes for faces.
Maybe in fact, if that is what this is, that one looked really interesting.
It's not for me. This is the second time we've seen it, and I'm just like, it's just.
Rewatch the trailer. If this is the one I'm thinking of, where they had like really messed up faces and they were all like slowly turning into something else, that looked really cool. Oh, gotta let them know you're a big boy.
I'm a big boy. Let's see.
Of reality.
I don't need the audio.
Yeah,
I just
skip forward. Skip forward.
Yeah. Yeah, like
I just
this.
want to see the freaky people.
Show me the freaky people, please. Yeah, that was a freaky person, but not the freaky person.
Ew.
Yeah, there's.
I did not look like the seller from Resident Evil 8.
Yeah, there's. I mean, that wasn't them, I guess.
I think this is the one I was thinking of. In which case.
Yep.
I think this could be fun. Hold on, wait. Yeah, that dude.
It's a lot
I
of
can't really
holes.
hold on like the combat style. It intrigues me. I don't know if that's like a day one purchase, but the concept intrigues me.
Yeah, not for me. That's fine. Uh, Liza P. Overture is DLC for Liza P. All you fanboys of Souls-like games, there you go. Hope you're excited.
Why is like man so clearly Timothy Chalamet?
Oh, he did you not see the original Liza P. trailer? That's what I thought.
I I mean I know what Liza P is. I've never played it, but like this man is just so clearly Timothy Chalamet.
That's Pinocchio, but okay.
Or Timothy Chalamet playing Pinocchio. I don't know what to tell you.
It's probably, you know what? If they ever make a movie for Liza P, it will be
I
Timothy.
mean, look at that. Look at him. Somebody
Yeah.
like printed off a photo of Timothy Chalamet's face. Like this is the character I want.
You know what? Fair. Valid. Uh, Moving along, we got Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii.
So funny to me.
I actually probably gonna get it. I think I like
Why
this is
the
where I
man-
do it.
This is like such an. I mean, it's not a niche reference, because so many people have seen this show. I don't know if you'll get this reference, but why is the man on the right just Luke Danes from Gilmore Girls? Like,
Actually, I
Luke
do
Danes
understand that. He does look like it.
owns that shirt. He owns those jeans, his backwards baseball cap, and his like
All he's
facial
missing
hair,
is he's just missing a cup of coffee.
yeah, like why is this Luke Danes? Like I am looking at Luke Danes from Gilmore Girls, and why is he in Yakuza?
I always
I hope somebody else in chat gets that reference, or somebody like watches this and understands just how much that is Luke Danes.
Gilmore Girls would always come on ABC Family when I was younger, and I would just watch it because it was on, and I was always like, why do they talk so fast? Why do they
The fun fact I have is that the average television script is 40 pages, and the average Gilmore Girls script was about 80 pages.
Jeez, so they had to talk fast.
Because that's just like how fast they talked. That's how like much they fit into one episode. So that's my
Interesting. I do want to. I do also want to get the Like a Dragon game that just came out, Infinite Wealth, that came out last year. It just looks like Like a Dragon series has turned like Saints Row, where it's just goofy fun now versus just like being so serious.
Look at this photo.
I know.
The man on the left looks like he could be working at a combini. The man in the middle looks like he is somebody's personalized character who looks absolutely ridiculous and forgot to change his outfit before the cutscene. And the guy on the right is just clearly Luke Haines from Gilmore Girls. There's not a single thing about this that could be taken seriously.
Hi Voldy, how you doing?
Like not one of these people is going to the same event. Like
It's gonna be.
I'm wrong. Like what event? Like what is? This
so we can
dress style?
expect Emily to also play this game this year when it releases. Oh, it's
What
already
is-
out. It already came out.
Oh, okay. But what's the aesthetic? Like, can you tell me what the aesthetic is? Because I'm not getting it.
I mean, so far all I can think is bad, poorly planned costume party. But that's all I got. I mean, yeah,
Sorry,
it's
I just like
gas station attendant, pirate, and Luke from Gilmore Girls.
I'm like, hold on, just like give me like one second. And like just like I just need the people to know how Luke Danes coded this man is.
Cass, I saw Blake's TikTok today, and I have to say he's wrong. Kingdom Hearts 1 is not. See, Emily, what'd I tell you? What'd I tell you?
That he's not Kingdom Hearts. Listen, but okay, so follow it up. Cass, do you think Kingdom Hearts 1 is a bad game? Because
that was Voldy saying that. Voldy said that.
Oh, Voldy. Not everybody thinks Kingdom Hearts 1 is the best or like their favorite Kingdom Hearts game, but they're not out here being like you're wrong for liking it.
True. Though everybody is saying Kingdom Hearts 2. He falls in the camp of everybody else who's not Emily, who says Kingdom Hearts 3.
I am who I am. I love what I love.
And that's fair. And same with me. I mean, same. We're moving on. The next game I'm excited for, Lost Souls Aside, is a sci-fi adventure game that looks pretty cool. I like the combat that I saw in it.
This isn't looking at my Discord messages.
Oh. Oh my God. Hold on. I'm switching. Dang it. Hold on. I'm switching. Yes. There it is. There he is. That is Pirate Man. 100%.
It's just Luke Danes. Okay, I'm sorry. I had to like pull up an actual photo because he does have that legitimate same green shirt.
Okay, there we go. I fixed it.
What have you done?
I fixed it.
You broke everything. I'm fine. Okay, I was delayed.
Lost Soul aside, it just looks like a very, very cool, fast-paced action sci-fi JRPG that looks
like another JRPG.
I won't even. It's not turn-based though, which I'm fine with. This is my kind of shtick. It looks very Nier Automata-esque. And if it's as artsy as that, then I'm all in. No questions asked. No holds barred. So, excited for Lost Soul aside. Metal Eden review. I don't remember Metal Eden.
Vague recollection?
I don't remember anything about
Wait,
it.
read the description. Okay, yeah, that's fine. We can watch the video too.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna do snippets.
What is this? Sorry, I was watching that mannequin get her body put together.
It looks like it's a first-person shooter. I already don't like how it looks. It already just looks.
I don't like first-person shooters. The idea of just like shooting a bunch of big robots does not appeal.
Yeah, I don't care for this. There's
not enough horror in this for me. Okay, pass.
Pass. Metal Gear Solid Delta. We got a release date.
I actually am excited for this one. I've played the original version of this game.
You played Metal Gear Solid 3, then.
I've played Snake Eater, yes.
Is 3 and Snake Eater different? Because I thought it was Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater.
Yeah, they're the same thing.
Okay.
I have played the original version of this as of like 2-ish years ago, before they announced the remake. So I'm actually excited because I was watching the trailer and I was like, I played this one. I will say it does feel like there's a bad taste in my mouth that Kojima's not involved.
They better not have changed anything. I think that's the important thing.
Yeah, I don't know. It's still just like his creation. Like this was his game, his series, his blood. I don't know. I'm just always going to I'm always going to be on Kojima's side over Konami's and be butthurt for Kojima. So the fact that they're remaking his series without him involved is like, I'm still going to play it probably, but it leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
2026 might be the year I finally play all the Metal Gear Solid games. 2026 might be the year.
Somebody make a note of that, and then check back in with us in 2026 and ask Blake when he's going to play all the Metal Gear Solid games.
Mind's Eye. I don't remember this. It looks like another
shooter. Gun. Yeah. That doesn't look interesting to me.
It looks like Grand Theft Auto.
Driving.
It's
was that Butler?
Maybe. This is very... I can make this easier. I just realized I'm not... You check your Discord. This will make life easier for you so you see it in real time versus delayed. I forgot about that.
Oh, I never did. Okay.
I never did. I never gave it to you. But yeah, this looks very Grand Theft Auto E.
Is this Austin Butler?
Jesus Christ, probably.
Just really looked like him in that one moment. Yeah, I'm gonna pass on this one.
Also pass.
It's just a lot of shooting.
Monster Hunter Wilds. We already know about it.
Oh my gosh. My friends are going feral over this one. I actually might have a guest on at one point to talk to us about Monster Hunter.
It comes out in 2 days.
Yeah.
So, comes out Friday. Get ready. I will not be playing it. I've never played a Monster Hunter game, so...
Someone asked me to play it and review it. And I said, I don't know the lore. And they said, I'll tell you the lore. And I said, well, why don't you come on podcast and just tell the lore? I didn't
know there was lore. I thought it was just fighting monsters.
Oh boy. Okay. Don't... JD, if you're listening, I'm so sorry you didn't hear that.
Yeah, you didn't hear that. I'm not here.
You didn't hear
that. This one's a big deal. I probably won't play it, but Onimusha was a huge PS2 game, and they are re-releasing Onimusha 2 and then doing a reboot.
It looks really pretty.
It does look very pretty, though it doesn't look like either of our type of game. If we're being real. It does not look...
Souls-like?
I wouldn't say it's Souls-like, but I know it's brutally difficult, but different than Souls-like.
Maybe not. I don't know. It looks really pretty.
Yeah, I'll give it the pretty. I'll probably read reviews before I make a decision.
Over that man's head? That's so funny.
Huh?
He put a towel over that man's head. That was really funny.
Moving on. That's catalog. Nobody cares about the catalog stuff. It's whatever. Sorrows was a new IP announced. It's a shooter though, which is shocking that it interests you.
No, more so than the actor in it. Because I watched this trailer and I don't even remember the actor's name, but I was like, oh my gosh, is that him? And then I was like, maybe I'm just crazy. And then all my friends texted and were like, holy shit, he's in a game.
This game is made by Housemarque. They're the people who made what is it called? What is it? One of the PS5 launch titles with the old woman. It's a roguelike.
The old woman.
Returnal.
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 Okay.
It's the same people who made Returnal. I think it's another roguelike. They pretty much made it sound like that.
That's a bummer because I thought this looked pretty neat.
I mean, Balattra's a roguelike.
Look at those hands. So spooky.
Shinobi is announced. If you like 2D action games, sure. This is not for me.
Not for me.
Sonic Racing Cross Worlds.
Racing is so funny.
What?
So funny. Because, like, why isn't he just running?
Yeah, I've always wondered that. Also, why is Shadow in a giant-ass monster ATV?
Car. His literal catchphrase is he's gotta go fast because he runs, like, at supersonic speed. Why does he need a car?
Why not?
You don't need it.
Like,
he's putting fossil fuel, like, he's ruining fossil fuels, man, like, and, like, clogging up our polluting.
Next on this list is Split Fiction. Emily and I will actually be playing this in a few weeks. We will be playing this together. Mine is pre-ordered, ready to pick up on March 6th. Emily will not be here, so we cannot play then.
Will not be here March 6th.
It also works out because that is mi madre's birthday, so I will probably not be seeing her to the 8th. But Emily and I will either be playing this. Yeah, it will either be on my stream or her stream or Podstation stream.
Podcast.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Probably all the above. It might be all the above.
Above.
Splitgate 2, this has been around. This has been an open beta for years. It's not for us. It's fine. Stellar Blade is getting a DLC with new costumes and also, finally, actual new content, which is a new boss, a new super boss. So, interesting for that. Looks interesting enough.
Looks like you get a beret. You can be French now.
Ew. Never mind. I don't know what Nikki is. I don't know what that is, but apparently G does. We got another trailer from Midnight Walk. It is a horror, like a horror light type game. It is pretty creepy. It is made with claymation, but it's in more my realm of what I can do. Huh?
Yeah, this one is on my list. This one looks fun.
It's more in line with what I can actually do, and I actually might play this during Halloween.
It's giving Little Nightmares.
Yeah. This game comes out on May 8th. May 8th.
Looks cute.
The other game I was super excited for was Tides of Annihilation. This game looks insane, but I also think it looks like a Souls-like, and that concerns me a little bit.
I remember this one. I remember being a little confused when I watched this trailer.
Well, we didn't get a lot of information.
Because I remember they were like clearly British and had British accents, but they dress like they're in a JRPG.
Well, it literally tells you you're in a shattered, mystical London.
Yeah. The vibes were mixing. The vibes were mixing.
I will be playing this game. I actually really look forward to this. This looks like it's going to be sick, and I'm going to have a blast with it. So, going to be interesting.
Sorry, that man had to look here.
Did we get a date? We did not get a release date, it doesn't look like. So, no release date. Warriors of Abyss. I don't remember this, and I don't care. It's a Warriors game, so...
Yes,
meh.
no, okay, I can already look at it. I don't like it.
And then finally, WWE, The Island. Nobody cares for 2K25.
We're all gonna buy that. I'm gonna play WWE 2K25.
Oh man, that took quite a lot of time to go over.
50 other players at a time.
I didn't even see that. Where do you? Oh shit! It does say that. Well, what's one more news thing that I forgot about? I forgot to mention it. Outside of that,
2K25.
Huh?
Oh, we're talking about Bellatra. Okay.
Yeah, Bellatra got new collabs. They had collabs before, but they got new collabs.
Who's the new ones? Who'd they get?
Here we go. It's the Friends of Jimbo update. We got Assassin's Creed. We got Fallout. We got Bug Snacks. some of the bigger ones, there was quite a few. Hold on, let me see if I can find them all. Friends of Jimbo. Here we go.
I should replay Bugsnax.
I did last year. I enjoyed it. Okay, so we got The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. We got Cyberpunk. We already had that. We already had Shovel Knight. We already had Don't Starve. Assassin's Creed is a new one, and one of them is your boy Jacob.
Jacob's not really my boy. Evie's my girl, but Jacob's not really my boy.
I don't remember who they said this was.
Okay, so the one on the left, obviously the one on the left is Jacob. Obviously the one on the right is Ezio.
That is Ezio.
The one in the middle is maybe Naue from Shadows.
Maybe. I saw people.
It's a queen. It's the queen, so it has to be a female. So it either has to be Evie, Aya, or I think her name's Naue? Now, something like that. But given the sword and...
Oh, wait, it's right here. Yeah, it is Naue. It's literally right in front of our nose.
Yes. Yeah, okay. I was gonna say I can't imagine how that would be, but like, damn, I promise I wasn't cheating.
I heard people were upset that it wasn't Cassandra though. People wanted it to be Cassandra.
Listen, Cassandra is incredible. She's amazing, but guys, let's not pit two queens against each other. Now it hasn't made her debut yet. She could also be incredible.
A few more weeks. Slay the Princess was the other one for the spade. So you get. I've never played Slay the Princess. We already had a Mogus, which I love. We had Binding of Isaac already. We had Coals of the Lamb. We already had Divinity Original Sin. We got Critical Role. So these are for your D&D friends. Here are your Bugsnax ones. You get Filbo. Huh?
Sorry, I'm just obsessed that Bunger's the king.
Bunger's the king.
The king. He's the king of my heart. Oh my goodness. Look at him go. Hold on.
Bunker?
If there's ever a moment. Hold on, guys. Just everyone chill. Everybody calm down.
I don't think we're going to have time to talk about our original topic, but this works out. I thought we didn't have enough things to cover, but apparently we had plenty to cover today. Oh, she's just spamming her Bunger emote. Oh my god.
Okay, I'm sorry. Tell me more.
For clubs, we had Vampire Survivor already, Slay the Spire, Potion Craft, Warframe, Dead by Daylight. So the Legion.
Yeah, out in here. Okay.
Fallout as well.
Okay.
The Diamonds, we already had Day of the Diver, Stardew Valley, Enter the Gungeon, 1,000 Times Resist. I don't know what that is. Civilization 7 and Rust.
Okay. Nothing is ever going to live up to Bunger. I just like there's no point.
I mean, that's only for that suit though. Like he's only available for hearts. I did change them from Among Us to Bugsnax. I already did earlier, so that is a thing that happened. I pressed the wrong button. I almost broke things. Wait. I can't hear you, Em. Hold on. Speak words. Why are you not coming through? Say
Hello?
words. Okay, I fixed it. I have no clue what just happened, other than I pressed a button and everything broke.
Hateful. I was essentially saying that we'll just keep moving on with our topic, which was Here Today, Gone Tomorrow, back God knows when, talking about games coming out now, games coming out in the future, and games coming out God knows when. So State of Play obviously was games coming out now, and I actually have another game that is either coming out, is rumored to be coming out this year, but may have been pushed to next year, but Assassin's Creed Black Flag remake.
That happened.
That was not even confirmed, and people thought was years and years away, and now apparently they're saying it was slated to come out this year.
I don't think it will come out this year. I think it'll be early next year, before this year. But
yeah, they're saying they're going to push it back probably because of the Shadows getting pushed back as well. But just the fact that they apparently are far enough with it that they're looking at a release date for this year is crazy to me, because I had not even seen that it was officially confirmed that a Black Flag remake was coming, which is super exciting for me personally, because you all know how much I love Assassin's Creed. And Black Flag is one I have not dipped my toe into.
Emily will finally be able to play the best Assassin's Creed game.
Yes. This is not something I've talked about a lot, but when COVID started, I kind of went on a mission to platinum every single Assassin's Creed game. And I kind of fell off that for a while because I learned platinuming Assassin's Creed games is a miserable slog of a time.
The only ones that aren't are the 2 trilogy.
No, I'm sorry. Get out of here. Brotherhood was a
I'm sorry,
pain.
not the trilogy, but 2 specifically.
2 was not super great. The problem with those is part of the 100% that they don't do in the newer games is you have to get 100% on every single mission, which means like even the optional objectives you have to complete perfectly, and they don't have checkpoints. So if you fail at any point, you just have to start the mission completely over. So like ones that were like do the entire mission without even getting spotted. I remember there was like a 45-hour long mission that I had to do without getting spotted, and it took a really long time. And if I made it 42 out of 45 minutes of the way through and I got spotted, I had to start all over. So some of those games are a real slog to get through and platinum, especially 2 and 3.
Yeah, 3 broke her. I remember when she was doing 3, and it broke her. Tell us about your love for Connor.
Fuck you, Connor. So I'm excited for Black Flag because now I'll finally have the chance to play and platinum Assassin's Creed 4. And hopefully it will be really pretty. So we'll see. That's all I think for games coming out now or soonish. Games coming out tomorrow. So we have some games that are getting delayed, and that's what I wanted to talk about. Specifically, another one of my pieces of news was a game that I've been following for like over a year now. Has had like 4 delays. It has just the other day announced that it's getting delayed again, which I'm really disappointed about, and that is of course Tales of the Shire.
I didn't even know it got delayed again. Hold on, I'm looking.
It got delayed again. Just the other day, I saw a post from it. I'm really bummed. For those of you who don't know, it is a like cozy Hobbit game where you live in the Shire and you have a little Hobbit hole to decorate, and you can farm and you can decorate, and just it looks like a very cozy, fun game set in the Shire. And I've been really looking forward to it because you all know I love my cozy games. But it has now been delayed for like the 4th time.
I guarantee you it's probably delayed due to the Warner Brothers thing, but I can't say that for sure. But if I had to guess, it has to do with the Warner Brothers nonsense.
It was originally supposed to come out holiday 2024, and then it got pushed back to March, and now it's getting pushed back again. So I'm bummed, but it will be here when it gets here, I guess. So that was my other piece of news, is that
hey, remember Assassin's Creed Shadows was supposed to come out on 6 days ago.
Yeah. I mean, like, this was my big thing for, like, this year so far, and I guess, like, a big inspiration for kind of this topic that we're talking about is I feel like this year has been really wild in terms of a lot of the games that we were looking forward to, or a lot of the games that were on our plate are either getting, like, constantly delayed, or they've been pushed back indefinitely, or they've been moved. I just feel like the release dates for the games this year have been really, really wild.
Yeah, there's...
Shadow's getting pushed back. Tales of the Shire getting pushed back. Date Everything, we were going to play that. That got pushed back.
Yeah. Split Fiction didn't. Split Fiction's coming out right when it's supposed to.
I don't know. I just feel like release dates have been really wild. And when are things coming? I don't know, because they keep changing it. I can't count the number of times we have so far changed our schedule because things are getting pushed back or changed.
Actually, yeah, let's look at our schedule right now. Because
we got Assassin's Creed Shadows. That's what we got in Split Fiction. And Switch, we do know Switch 2, thankfully, will be having a direct in April we're going to talk about. But it's just been an interesting, I feel like this year, or like in the coming year, game releases have been very odd in terms of pushing things back. Which kind of goes into our next section of coming when? ? Unknown. Talking about game series that have not put out games in a while or have waited longer than normal.
Yeah.
Obviously the big one being Kingdom Hearts.
Where the fuck is Kingdom Hearts?
Where did it go? Where's Kingdom Hearts 4? They dropped a trailer for it like 4 years ago, and we haven't heard even the slightest bit of news on it.
To be fair, they did this with Kingdom Hearts 3 too, where they dropped that trailer in 2013, and we didn't get a game until 2019. Like that is just
why drop the trailer then? That's my point. Like, why didn't put it out there?
One answer.
The Kingdom Hearts trailer in like 2020.
Emily, when in doubt, blame Nomura.
I mean, that's totally valid, but like a little wild.
I know they shouldn't have. They should not have dropped the trailer because we knew. Excuse me. Where did that come from? We knew that Nomura's main focus was the remake series for Final Fantasy VII. Like, we knew that was his like next thing, so he should have waited. He should have just been like, "This is what I'm focused on right now. News will come later." But
Oh, I mean, he dropped news, and now it's been 4 years. So, like, I want us to essentially. When do you think Kingdom Hearts 4 is going to come out?
2027.
Also, wasn't there supposed to be like another mobile game?
Yeah, what happened
Where did
to?
it go? That's what I mean. Like, I don't know what happened to Kingdom Hearts. They released a trailer for Kingdom Hearts 4. They had this mobile game that was supposed to come out that maybe it's already been out, and you and I have just not been in the know on it.
Kingdom Hearts Missing Link is a 3D action RPG mobile game that was delayed and no longer has a launch date. It was originally planned for release in 2024. It just doesn't have a release date.
It's cursed. A game that was supposed to come out like this year or like late last year is getting delayed, like repeatedly.
I'm blaming Nomura.
I think there's something weird with this year.
2025. What else is wild with 2024? Like, we went in with only a few releases we were looking forward to at the beginning of the year, but this year there's hardly anything I'm like, oh my god, I can't wait for that to drop, except for AC Shadows and Split Fiction.
Yeah, it's kind of Ghost of Yote for me.
Oh, I mean, yeah, that's right. That's coming. We don't have a date,
everything
though.
keeps getting pushed back. And my other game series, which was the other example on this list that I wanted to mention, Resident Evil, which I know Blake was talking to me about this before podcast. He was like, it hasn't been that long. And he's right. It technically hasn't been that long, but the newest game in the series came out in 2021. And then we got a remake in 2023. But they've been consistently putting out games like every single year almost. Because we got a remake in 2019, then we got a remake in 2020, then we got a new release in 2021, and we got a remake at the beginning of 2023 that I believe was delayed from 2022. And now we have not heard anything about Resident Evil 9 and or whatever remake they're doing next. Casey, you're so right. That's like 5 Pokemon games ago. Like, where is it? I don't know. Is 9 going to be next? I heard rumored that they're going to remake and release the first game on the 30th anniversary of the series, which is next year. So if they're doing a remake next year, would they release a new game this year? Where is it? Blake?
Oh, sorry, I was yawning, so I muted myself, and I didn't forget to unmute myself. There was another series that got a huge like pushback. It's not there anymore, but for the people who like Mega Man 10 released in 2010, and we didn't get a release for Mega Man 11, I think, until 2018, late 2018.
Like,
that's a long time, especially for like a 2D side-scrolling platformer.
I just feel like things in the last year or so have been really wild in terms of like pushing stuff back, games not releasing when they're meant to be releasing, things kind of just, I don't know. I think it's been a really weird year for game releases.
I think this year is cursed.
It's going to be a real weird year throughout 2025. Like, I don't want to put money on it, but like Ghost of Yote could be pushed back to 2026. I could see that happening.
I will cry. Sucker Punch. Release it.
I don't know what we're going to get this year at this point is kind of my question.
I'm trying to think. I mean, we have those games that have solid release dates. I get like the Five Nights at Freddy's game and all that.
Is anything like an actual solid release date? Because so many things are getting pushed back and delayed. I mean, I'm counting on Shadows coming out in March, but like also that's been delayed like 3 times.
Oh my god! Stop! Someone slap me!
And is Switch 2 going to come out this year?
I swear to God, if they don't release it this year, the console is almost 10 years old. The console will be 10 years old in 2 years. It is 8 years old in like a few days.
This year, because I need to go buy the games for super cheap when I'm in Japan. But I just, no, this year feels so weird. I feel like of so many like consistent game series have been kind of AWOL. Like Assassin's Creed has also been pretty consistent in like terms of a release schedule, and now we have AC Shadows that's been delayed like 3 times. Like,
yeah,
it just feels like it's gonna be a weird year.
I think a lot of the layoffs and everything has plagued everything, and we're just now seeing the effect of it. I think we're just now seeing the problems that are
And
plaguing because of it.
I think that might continue to be. Oh, another game that was announced a long time ago, has been kind of AWOL for 4 years and now might not be happening is The Sims 5.
Uh,
I've heard that that is getting canceled.
I did not know that was canceled.
I heard that they're going to maybe do something else with it, but they had like this huge big like showcase for it, or I guess they didn't technically call it Sims 5. They called it Project Renee, but everyone kind of knew it was the next Sims game, and now I'm hearing that they might not be doing that anymore.
Yeah, The Sims 5 canceled. Here's why The Sims 4 sequel's likely never having. That's an opinion piece. Okay, never mind. I want hard facts.
There are hard facts on this one. That's just something I've been consistently hearing is that Sims 5 is no longer happening. Even though they did the Project Renee showcase like 3 years ago, it's been a long time. And they keep releasing content for Sims 4.
I think they're at a point though, like with Sims, do you really need to release another one when you can continue to release content and just update the mechanics? It's a free to play game. Like it's not like
So here's my thing. There's a lot of stuff that's not in The Sims 4 that I want back. And I don't really care for the graphics and animation style of The Sims 4. It's kind of my least favorite out of all of them, and I wish that we had updated I wish they would take a new art style with Sims 5. And they took a lot of like things out. So Sims 3 had customization for furniture, and things like that they took out for Sims 4. The other Sims games also had open worlds, so your character could get in a car and drive somewhere. You can't do that anymore in Sims 4. There's a lot of things that the Sims 4 removed, that I don't think are easy like patch in or add them in kind of changes. And so I would have liked The Sims 5. It looked like, from what they showed us in the Project Renee demo, that there were a lot of really cool things that they were going to bring in. But that apparently might not be happening anymore.
G also makes up a good point. Beyond Good and Evil 2 was announced in 2008, and it hasn't been released. I just, when he mentioned it, I'm like, oh yeah, where is that?
I'm so sorry. If it's been
no, they keep, here's the thing. Ubisoft keeps saying, no, guys, it's coming. Like, it's on the way. There's an official website for it. And they're still like, it's coming. We promise. It's just been so long.
It's been a really long time.
There was a cinematic trailer in 2018, which was 10 years after the original announcement. And yeah, it's been
almost like, I don't know. I don't know.
Like,
it's a really weird year for me. I just feel like this is going to continue to be a weird year. I don't trust release schedules anymore. I don't trust release dates. And there's only like two games, I should say, coming out this year that I'm like really genuinely looking forward to.
Yeah, it's the same two game as me.
Yeah. And my other like big series that I look at, like, I guess like Kingdom Hearts, Resident Evil, Animal Crossing, Zelda. It's kind of like I don't know when the next one's coming. Zelda they could release a like Wind Waker Twilight Princess re-release
They
with
better.
the Switch, or it could be another 7 years before we see a mainline Zelda game. Animal Crossing could come out with Switch 2 this year, or it could be another 3-4 years.
It's been 8 years since we've gotten a 3D Mario game.
Yeah, and it's like I feel like almost things have been focusing more on remasters and remakes, and it's like, where did all the mainline games go? We haven't had a new Mario. We haven't had a new, I mean, I guess we did get Echoes of Wisdom or whatever, but like, when's the next big Zelda gonna come out?
Okay, but we got a Zelda game in 2017, in 2023, and in 2024. Like,
well, my main question is, I guess, like, what follows from Tears of the Kingdom, right? Because that was 2023 was the like that last big mainline one. So it's like, what follows this? Are they going to stay in that world, or are they starting?
I think I saw they're going to go back to traditional. At least that was the rumor.
So. I don't know. I think a lot of like the big series that I lean on and look toward to be like, hey, what's the next one? Knock knock. What's the next one? I'm waiting. Are kind of a little quiet.
Yeah.
I don't know what Resident Evil's gonna do. I don't know. We haven't heard a single peep about Animal Crossing.
We probably won't for Animal Crossing until Switch 2's announcement.
Have we heard anything about Persona 6?
No, Persona's been dormant except for these Persona 5 side games.
That's what I mean. Like, I just feel like there's so many series, and I'm just like, I don't know where you went, and when are you coming back? And do we have any information on you? Like, we haven't heard from you in so long. So I don't know. This is just a weird year for me. A lot of games are getting delayed. A lot of games are being real quiet.
Yeah, I'm still, now you're mentioning Persona 6. Everyone was expecting to see it at the Game Awards, and we never did. We have nothing.
Like,
Atlas, what do you? Well, okay. To be fair, Atlas worked on 2 huge games last year. A remake. It was a remake for Persona 3, which it's a remake, I know, and then Metaphor, which they finished. So maybe now that they're done with Metaphor.
Studio. That's a fair point.
Yeah.
It's not like the studio's just quiet. I don't know. The only game series in my life that I play religiously that has been consistently updating me has been Assassin's Creed. But I mean, like, Shadows has been delayed, but at least, like, I even know the game that's coming after Shadows.
You've known about Shadows before, like, we even had a title for it.
Back when it was codename Red, like, we knew we had, like, the next 4 Assassin's Creed games lined up and listed for exactly the kind of game they were going to be, where they were going to take place, what the scenario was going to be. For a long time, so we even know the game that's coming after Shadows, and we know the Black Flag remake is coming.
We forgot to ask the most important question, because the most important question, and we talked about this game earlier today, there was an open-ended ending to this game. Where's my sequel to Bugsnax?
Yeah, I kind of feel like maybe there will be a sequel, but also at the same time, like, maybe there won't be a sequel.
It's been on the tip of my tongue, Casey, for so long, because I'm like, what is the game I'm forgetting? Casey, you're right. Where is Elder Scrolls 6? Because you know what? You know when Skyrim came out? 14 years ago. I was 18. I was 18 years old when Skyrim came out. I am 32.
I don't know. I just feel like there's a lot of things that we're out here waiting for, and I don't know where they went.
Where's my next Fallout 2? We haven't had a new Fallout game since 2015. Other than, I mean, you have Fallout 76, but that doesn't count. But that came out in 2017, so like it doesn't count.
Yeah, it's been a long time. There should be something. I don't know. No, I feel weird about 2025. I feel like a lot of series have been really silent. I feel like a lot of games are getting delayed. Obviously, like, studios are being shuttered, people are being laid off. I just have a weird feeling about 2025.
Yeah. This year's already topsy-turvy another way. This year's cursed in more than just the gaming industry. I mean, it's just cursed all the way around.
Could you mean?
No.
You be referring to?
I mean, I wasn't referring to that, but now I'm referring to that as well. Let's add that to the mix. Like, dude, this. Not. Yeah, let's not.
I don't know. I guess I'm just gonna sit here patiently and wait for Resident Evil to tell me something, and I'm gonna wait for Nintendo to tell me if I'm getting Animal Crossing or Wind Waker.
I want Wind Waker. At least you got Scarce, right?
Meanwhile.
Dreamlight
Valley, never let me know. Every 2 months, like clockwork, I get new content. Every 2 months, including today. As soon as this podcast is done, I'm gonna go play more Dreamlight Valley. Update today. Love it for me.
You know what? And on that note, I think this is a good time to just cut off.
Casey says, was the Switch 2 reveal confirmation of a new Mario Kart? And it was.
Yes.
I wasn't sure at first either, Casey, because I can't really tell, but I know so many people who, like, locked in on that trailer and were like, did you see you can have 24 players now?
Did you see this? Did you see that? Oh, hold on. Mario Kart 9 Donkey Kong. Specifically, the Donkey Kong model is...
Yeah, did you notice this model looks different? Do you notice this model?
It's not even like a slight change. Look at this model. It is massively different.
Listen, I just didn't notice it. But also, why does it look like his eyebrow's gone? I don't know. Why does it look like his eyes are in a void?
Yeah, exactly. Now, to be fair, I think that's Donkey Kong Jr., but I could be wrong. Also, his arms are so massive here. They
Oh,
are
that's so
significant.
cute. I see no difference. I didn't see a difference when I watched this, and then I saw like every person I talked to was like, "Didn't you notice every change?" And I was like,
She was too focused on the Switch too.
"I did not notice that." Yeah, I was too focused on how bland the Switch 2 looks.
On that note, I think it's a good time to call it.
It is. I have to play Dreamlight Valley.
Yeah.
Actually, I have to do your wife a favor, and then I have to play Dreamlight Valley.
Yes, you have to do that. I have to do other things for things that are happening. It's Mardi Gras season, baby. You know what that means. I'm not
Nope.
gonna be here. Uh,
Lent is coming up.
oh
It
God.
means my work is gonna give me patchkes.
Oh no. I'm not Catholic, so I'm not affected. Oh no.
Patchkes?
No, Lent. I'm just not
You
Catholic.
can have patchkes if you want.
I don't know what that is.
It's like a donut that we do for Mardi Gras. Fat Tuesday.
But it's not a beignet.
It's a Polish thing.
Emily, have
We
you
have
had a
it.
beignet? And I know the answer is yes, because I've taken you get beignets before.
You realize
I'm done screwing with
Mardi
you.
Gras, while a New Orleans thing, means Fat Tuesday. and
Yes, I
Fat
do know.
Tuesday
I do
in
know.
accordance with the religious holiday, and that lots of different
Yes.
cultures have different things that they eat. And the pashki is one of those things that we have here in Michigan. And my work buys them for us, and I eat them.
Crazy enough, this is a funny story to end on. Mobile, Alabama, because back before like Alabama and Mobile and all that was its own like thing, like it was all part of Louisiana Purchase, like it was all lumped in together, right?
Everything was
So
Louisiana once upon a time.
technically, one of the first Mardi Gras parades was in Mobile, Alabama, and they wear that with a badge of honor. Like they are they are like, we own Mardi Gras. New Orleans has nothing to do with Mardi Gras. It's like, bro, chill.
I mean, like,
You
you can
used to
fight
be
for
us.
but like, you can't fight that New Orleans is the center of Mardi Gras. Like,
It is.
whether it historically always was or whatever, like it just is. It's
Yeah.
just people hear Mardi Gras. People hear Mardi Gras, they think New Orleans. People hear New Orleans, they think Mardi Gras.
Yeah, to their credit, where they are right, one of the first parades was there. Like they say we are the home of Mardi Gras. I'm like, that's not true. Stop talking. Mobile. No one thinks about you, Mobile, Alabama.
You could be like, I mean, like Maine. Okay, this isn't a true statement. I'm just giving an example. But Maine could be like, well, the first movie was technically filmed here, so we're like the home of movies. And you're like, no, that's Hollywood. It's not really who did it first. It's who got known for it and who's consistently known for that thing.
In that same vein, a lot of the Twilight movies were filmed in Baton Rouge, meaning that they're not set in Washington. They're set in Baton Rouge. We used to have grants. Our state gave grants.
Because like, definitely there's a lot of stuff that's filmed in Washington.
Yeah, they went back and forth. A lot of films. What were the big ones? Parts of Hunger Games were filmed here. Parts of Maze Runner, I believe. A lot of what happened was Louisiana got a grant. Was giving out grants to people filming movies here to bring people here. So that's why we got movies like 21 and 22 Jump Street filmed in New Orleans. So
okay, a lot of the interiors for Breaking Dawn Part 2 were filmed at a studio in Baton Rouge. I was so confused. Okay, this makes sense. Like because like her house, the Cullen house.
oh yeah, they went back and forth, but a lot of it was done.
Should I rewatch Twilight? Is
no.
that a sign? I think
this is the face of a monster.
This is the skin of a killer.
Sorry, the skin of a killer. You see, I've watched it once.
How embarrassing.
This is your last funny story, and then I'm officially calling it. When I was in high school, I wanted to go on a date with a girl, but I got grounded, and she wanted to go see Twilight, and my parents said because I was in trouble, the only way I could go with her to see the first Twilight was I had to read the whole first book, and I read that whole first book in like 2 days. and then
you read the rest of them.
No, that relationship lasted 2 weeks.
I guess that was me who read them all at night and fell asleep in science class.
You are insane.
You know who loaned me Twilight? And
Probably
said,
my
"This is
wife.
a series you should read." Yeah.
Yeah, probably my wife. Yeah.
In eighth grade, Allison looked at me and she said, "Please read this book, Twilight." And I said, "Sure thing, bestie." And I read them all. So you can do.
On that note, thanks for joining us. Sorry for all the delays. There might be more. It just depends on how life goes.
I won't be here next week. Blake is going to try
I'm planning
to have
on
a guest on and have a special topic. If not, we might be off again next week. I'm so sorry. I'm out of town for work.
I'm gonna plan to get somebody. So hopefully I can grab somebody. I will say this to all my friends out there. If you want to see more of my beautiful face, you can catch me at my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/The Bearded Blake Show. Emily, I'm just convinced will never stream again. She even admitted it.
I need something to like inspire me to stream. I need a new horror game to come out that makes me want to play. Like I played all of Silent Hill 2 on stream and I had a great time, and then that was done, and I was like, what do I play now?
Oh, there's the Dark Films anthology game coming out.
It's not coming out till October, you fool.
That's true.
Like,
You could become. There are so many Dreamlight Valley streamers. You could be a Dreamlight Valley streamer.
I could be. Also, Kinger, I'm very jealous of your Twilight full. I love that you call it full moon. It's new moon for sure. Signed by Taylor Lautner. My fun story about Taylor Lautner is that Taylor Lautner is from the town I live in, or he's like the town next to it. And me and my friends, for every Twilight film, used to go to like the midnight premieres, and like every single one without fail, somebody like would start a rumor that Taylor Lautner was going to show up at the theater for the midnight premiere, and
he never did.
But he did show up to like a Twilight 10-year anniversary one at a theater, and I was like, well, where were you when I was in the theater? But whatever.
Remember when Taylor Lautner dated Taylor Swift and everyone was like, that's crazy if they get married, and then Taylor Lautner still married another Taylor?
Still married a woman named Taylor.
So it's Taylor Lautner, Mr. and Mrs. Taylor Lautner, and it's still correct.
Taylor Swift's music video on an album that had a song about him, and then he came out on stage at the Eras tour and did like a bunch of backflips.
That's nutty.
Okay,
cool. All right, we're calling it. I should be back next week. I'll let you guys know. I have a guest lined up. If that falls through, I will come up with a backup plan. I should be able to get a backup plan relatively easily. I love your beautiful faces. Don't do drugs. Stay in school. And remember, if I say anything, Emily will tell you that I'm lying.
That's probably true.
Okay, bye everyone. Goodbye. Don't be stupid.